Okay, let's have a look at this. It's one of the other objects, stereo objects, I found during the free giveaway that was going on in my town. And this is a Pulsar radio, cassette and record player. So it has the 3 speeds, 1, 2, 3 speeds. There's no arm to come down to let the arm come down. There's no smooth arm down thing making the arm come down thing, whatever you want to call it. It has phono, cassette, FMS, which is stereo, FM, stereo, and AM. We've got left and right speakers, we've got bass and treble, and we've got, I'm guessing that's volume. It doesn't say anything on it, it just says max minimum. We've got a full-size headphone jack, which is pretty odd, and we've got 2 input microphones and the on-off button. It's plugged in and now it's on. So on the back we have antenna and phonos, speaker out. So what we need is to plug a speaker into this and we'll see if it works.
Society running.
What?
Just suddenly stopped working.
Something. But we don't need that connected to see if the other parts work. So let's put the speaker on the floor. And we have got an Elvis single in it from RCA Victor. I'll show you. It's Suspicion by Elvis Presley. Let's put it onto, so we'll select phono, bring the arm over, and typical, everything I picked up from that house is garbage. Yeah, that doesn't work. That's not working. So let's go to tape. Let's eject the tape and eject the thing, and let's see if we can get some, go to, which one's play? That one's play. Oh, it's trying to work. I can feel it. I can hear it. Can you hear that, guys? Yeah, listen. So let's take it apart. Let's see if we can put a couple of belts in it. We've got a few spare parts lying around now. Let's see if we can get some life out of this thing. Let's unplug it. There's a cable. There we go. Unplug. First of all, I'm going to take this off the back. Can we take that off? How does that come off? Oh, I see. Oh yeah, they are. These are just pins. So push. So what we have to do, let's bring it closer there. You have to push the center pin out, and then the pin will come out. Bit strange. It's like that. Very odd. Goes through. A little bit like holding a car plastics on. Okay, so let's get this off. There we go. That's the lid off. Now we have all the little plastic parts. See if we can pop off this. There we go. See if there's a belt on it first. Oh, it's gear driven to an extent. Ah, that's automatic cut off. That's what that is. So when it's there and it's finished, it will go back to there. Clever. Oh, I see. So that pushes against the inside of this. Definitely doesn't want to work though. There must be some sort of drive inside of here to drive this. So this is like a driving wheel on the outside. So let's unplug it again. And let's think about getting in it. So I'll get back to you when I've got the cover off and we've got into it. Okay. The main part of this to remove is going to be this back panel. And that's going to get us, this is the panel from underneath. That's going to get us to the motor on the, oh yeah, so that motor spins. There we go. I'll show you guys. This motor spins and spins this. Spins that. That changes the angle for it to spin on the top and the bottom side. But that motor's not working. If you look there, the belts are just melted. Gone. I think it's just that. I think it's just the one belt. And I'm sure I got a belt that would fit that. So I took the motor out for no reason, because I think I've just found the problem with the record player side, and that is this micro switch here. So this micro switch is supposed to spring out and on, powering up the motor when the arm moves. This is the arm. This is part of the arm that moves here. I'll show you. So as you can see, when the arm moves, it's supposed to release that micro switch. And yeah, that's not even. That's just solid. It's not moving at all. It's not springing out. So I think that micro switch needs fixing, and it needs a belt. So let's get on with that. So what I did is I've been spraying this dioxin in there, the cleaner, and it's popped out. Can you hear it clicking? Yep, that's clicking. I put the motor back in. Let's see if that works. I turn it back around. Be careful because the arm's a bit loose. So yeah, I can feel the arm clicking now. Let's plug it in and see if we get any movement from that motor. Yes. Look guys, as I click the arm over, watch, we have life. And then we change the speed. Wow. Well, that was an easy fix. Well, sort of an easy fix. I, it's the switch. So let's have a look at the tape player, see if we can get that out, and I'll get back to you on that one. I'm going to pull it out now. The tape player, I mean. So I've managed to pull the front slightly forwards so we can get to this motor. As you can see, the this is completely gooed up with what's left of the what's left of the belt. I'm still not sure I'm going to get this belt on because I think it needs to go around this one too, and then to the one that we've pulled out. We've cleaned the one that pulled out here. So let's get these all cleaned up and then work out where to go from there. So what I've had to do is take the whole motor out of its mounting to clean it up, and then the other two come out, and I think there's just one, probably just one band belt goes around all of them. So yeah, let's put it together and see if one band will do it. It's a bit of a mess now, but it's cleaned up. I'm just going to see if I can get a belt to fit it. So I have a belt here that is salvaged from another component, and I think that just might stretch onto there and fit quite snugly. Let's see. So that's it back together now, and it does run really smooth. I don't know if there's too much tension on that belt or not, but yeah, it rolls nice. So what I'm going to have to do now is put it all back together, and let's see if it works, if I can remember how to put it back together. So before I fully put it back together, let's just double check now. Yep, that works. Let's open it up. Which one's play? Let's play. Oh, it works. It feels good. Oh my gosh. What about fast forward? What's that one? Oh, that's record. That was rewind. Fast forward. Yikes. So I'm just going to clean that head up and then put the, I still need to put the base back on and the turntable, and then we'll test it. Oh, and I've just found a date, June 1983. So this is from 1983. Hopefully it'll work when I get it back together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mount it or place it on my, get hold of it. Let's put it on the Hitachi stereo unit. Bring the cable to the front for now. And hopefully, yeah, as you can see, I can't really clean off the dirt. This is ground onto it. Well, I have these sound design speakers, and let's plug these into the back. even if it is Phil Collins. Okay, let's put a record on. Let's get going with this. Oh, it's a bit wibbly. Come on, see the wobbly LP. I think it's a double speed there. Don't think, is that a speed? No. That's pretty good. I can't play too much. It's a shame there's no lever to bring the tone arm up and off. But yeah, I can't play too much because of copyright. I did try and put this on, loaded the video up, and Elvis, yeah, a couple of seconds of Elvis and you get copyrighted. Anyway, that works. Well, it's not perfect, by far perfect, but it was free, and it was free to repair. So, yeah, I'll go with that. Till next time, guys.